Mm.
That's fair.
Thank you for this smoothie.
Yeah,
It's really tart. I like it.
it's good.
Yes, it is.
You got like the frozen berries, banana,
Mm.
avocado,
Yum yum.
sparkling water.
Yeah,
That's pretty fire. It is tart though. It's like
I like it. It tastes how it looks, right?
yeah.
That berry flavor,
Like blood red. It's
right?
truly berry blood. Ooh.
It's the berry juice, the real nectars of the berry.
Nah, it's fire though. You know what I'm saying? Tastes really good. You're welcome.
Homemade. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Quick update. I'm still waiting on the changes
Okay.
for my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hear it today.
That's
And
exciting.
yeah, yeah, because I have a copy and it
Right.
has errors in it, so I can't like
Beautiful copy though.
can't show it off.
Beautiful copy.
It's like getting your toy for Christmas and the toy's broken.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's beautiful. It's definitely an exciting thing to know when the public doesn't know what it looks like in person,
Right. No, I
so it's
love the way
like
it looks.
it's such a beautiful
I
it's
know.
such a beautiful vibe to be in when you have something that you keep sacred
Can I
and
show it?
it's art.
I can show the messed up one, right?
I think it's a proof copy that you have. I think it's
Yeah, it
crazy if you
says
want to
like
do
not for
that.
resale on it.
It's a proof copy, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think having that, knowing that you keep it sacred and you're doing all that you can in your wherewithal of who you are as an author and your character to doing that revision. Look at that.
I know it's funny, yo.
I love it.
It looks good.
It
Hey,
does look good.
and on the updated version, I
Timeless.
added a page too. I wrote one more thing.
Yeah,
hmm No,
that's
it's
cool. I don't
fixing.
even know about that.
Look at the wizard. It's like a cool little wizard
Wow.
page.
Yeah, it is.
Just for you. Remember?
Yep. I love it.
Yeah, me too. It looks
It's a
good.
great,
Honestly, I was really happy with the way it feels, like the cover and
yeah,
everything.
it's definitely a timeless design. I think you did a really nice job
Yeah,
deciding that.
the words came out really good on it.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, oh, dedication page.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
The,
so yeah, there's
yeah,
like some comma period mess ups in here, so boom. But that's still my favorite. I'm gonna write in that one.
yeah,
Mhm.
I love it. I think it's definitely something that holds a lot of magical inspiration that you can go to and just, okay, oh, read that privilege. Oh, read that privilege. Oh, and
Right.
you just know you can keep going. You're filled up with
Yeah,
inspiration.
that's one of those things. I
It's
think no
like
matter
that.
what, by the time you say 50 privileges that you have out loud to yourself, like it's a reprogram. If you know what I mean, like
Oh yeah,
it's a reboot, a restart of from a power position.
yeah, and it's timeless.
So,
I would love to talk about time travel with you if you like for a sec, because for me
yeah,
it's like I can
yeah.
imagine my future
Some time
self, like
travel.
one of my future selves, like in the manifestation industry and community online. There's this and even in personal development there's the self concept work, right? So I can imagine my future self going to that book and just knowing that it's there for me to stay in that positive mindset of my lived experience. But now I'm going to it as like, whoa, like our art and gifts are out for the public to have too. And that's a whole different.
Are we still talking about time travel?
Yeah, let's talk about time travel. It's a whole different vibe. So I was saying my future self would be experiencing the book differently than my current present self. So that's
Oh
what
yeah,
I was like rambling about how I'm experiencing
yeah.
the book. But yeah, time travel. How do you see this book being timeless? In the future.
The Matrix froze me. This is
In
what
the
happens.
future. It's a big question. It's a great question.
Yeah,
Cheers.
it's a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of things I want to say, but none of them are coming out.
Mm. Okay, can I say in my opinion how I think it transcends time for the future? Like I
Yeah, if you
like the
have one already, you
example.
should have just went with that. Why you put me on
Okay.
the spot?
Like the
Tell me your
example
opinion.
like the example of what I use of me in my future self experiencing the book differently than my present self. I think it transcends time because all of these privileges are relevant for at least up from now into the future.
Yeah.
From now into the future for anyone who's able to receive this book, whether they're given the book or they buy it or interacting with it automatically, I think keeps it timeless because they're interacting with it as
Yeah. I mean,
humans.
I figure the more people that buy it is what'll keep it timeless.
Yeah, and the gold color I think does represent that wealth and that land.
Yeah. Well, I think because with the other concepts for the following books, I'm gonna keep the same thing and change the color for each book.
Mm.
Like when you write Book of Privileges, you could think of like how many other books? Well, what other books are there? Book of what else? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There you go. The Book of what else?
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
The Book of why not?
The book of how can I?
The Book of why didn't I?
The book of why can't she?
See, we're time traveling with the book right now. Why can't she? Why didn't she?
Past.
Why? Hmm.
The book of past future.
Oh, geez, the past's future. That's right now, isn't it?
I think so.
The past's future. Yeah.
Mm.
You wanted to go to time travel. Now I don't know where I'm at. What time is
I don't either. I mean, look, I think also look, okay, here's another part of time travel with this book is that maybe were you feeling any type of making the book for your past self while you were writing it? Because I think as an
Yeah, that
author,
did happen.
okay,
That did happen. I did find myself writing things that, like new privileges that I learned that I didn't know I had in the past, and those things definitely came up in the book.
mm,
You know, like I was finding myself grateful for things that I have now that I didn't have before.
okay,
You know, emotional things, even supportive things, not like
right,
so much tangible things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think some healers and some people will say that that's healing your DNA and your ancestry.
Are you talking about you saying I'm generational healing?
I think so. I think
I'm,
that's
I'm
what
healing
that
generational
would
curses.
classify that as such. I think that really would because you're publishing words that your past self needed to hear. So I think if
Yeah.
that timeline does exist, then maybe those words are going to your past self and it's repairing the DNA for
Yeah.
you to be able to now experience and hold more joy in the present for the future self.
Well, I think she nailed it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, it could quite possibly be just that.
You're giving me a whole new perspective. It's giving me a whole new perspective.
That's what the book does for
I'm
me, at
thinking,
least.
yeah. I mean, healing a generational curse brings me to my next book.
Hmm.
Um, studying the Torah, which is like the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible. That one's crazy. Noah cursed his grandson, yo. That's right before he died, after he did the whole ark thing. Yeah, he started getting faded, became a drunkard, if you will. And then
Heard.
on his deathbed, cursed his grandson, his son's son. Done,
Mess.
son.
The whole mess.
Whole mess. So if that's the curse, if that's the biblical curse, then man, that's a lot.
You know what privilege you can add in your book? We have the privilege to being messy.
Oh yeah, I have the privilege of not having to worry about Noah cursing his grandson or the Dorsey book story.
Book story.
Yeah, or a book story.
Yeah.
The only book story that matters is the book story you write about yourself. That's my next concept.
Love it.
What book story would you write about yourself? Look at me criticizing the story of someone else's story that someone else's wrote.
Yeah. I think about that often, and I think that's why I also have my own podcast.
So if any of these people were to write a story about me, what would I want it to be?
Oh.
What's my perfect story?
I think that's different. You writing a story about yourself, and then other people writing a story about you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'd
Yeah.
still read it. That's still really interesting.
Yeah. Also, Warrior of the Light. That's another one that I've got too. This is like it says an inspirational companion to the alchemist. So this one's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Boom.
I need to read
Yeah.
that one.
It's beautiful too. Like look at that color. And then it's
Right.
like the pages are like
The
that too.
pages are beautiful inside.
Yeah, they're simple.
Yeah.
Good though. Cool.
Impromptu book review.
Right? I know.
That's fun.
Look at all these books.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
cool.
that was a fun one. I know, like library.
Yeah.
Come through, man.
And we also have various other books we've been reading. We've been definitely receiving in knowledge in our hermit modes.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Summer's coming up, so we definitely have our both of our individual performance energies coming out to the table and being
Performance energies.
IPEs. I just made it up. But seriously, no, I think we're allowing ourselves, especially Gemini season, we're allowing ourselves to being like super crazy, but artistic and as creators with what we're creating.
Yeah,
That's been
putting
fun.
it into taking all the creative thoughts and incubating, and then putting the work together and putting something together, and then documenting it. Like this is our documentary. This is us talking about it.
Right, documenting the journey.
We're documenting the journey and putting out product at the same time.
Yeah.
And kind of just leaving a lot of it out there for the people to see. I mean, what else do they want from us?
Yeah. That's what I was writing actually for my
really?
Unhinged Optimism episode for my podcast, the Manifest Balance podcast. I was writing about like what else do you want me to fucking do? Like but not be optimistic for my future, my children's future, their children's future, and their children's future. Like, what do you want me to do,
But
sir?
at the same time, I love what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you love the journey too.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying is like what I feel like we should be doing as millennials. Like, if I could give my millennial perspective, I maybe not even telling people what they should be doing with their lives.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we should be doing at least what we want to do.
It's giving leadership talk right now. It's giving leadership.
At least
supervisor pep talk.
Right. Like, let's do what we want to do. At least if we're going to be doing anything in this time.
At least that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look. If we're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could be the more people who don't do the regular 9 to 5 and actually feed their what they really want to do, the easier it's going to be to take over that system on how we get paid and how we create and what the world looks like if we create it. Like, who's gonna give millennials when is it gonna be our turn to create the world? All these people are old. They've been created this world already that you see.
Well, I think it's happening.
It's our turn. It is kind of happening. You see transformations?
Well, I think
Autobots.
It's definitely happening. We're watching it happen. We're part of it. I think us doing exactly what we're doing, being a part of this movement, that's powerful.
Right.
So I'm not going to be around an alien if I don't need to be around an alien. If they're among us, then I don't need to be around an alien. I don't want to be around.
How do I know I'm not one?
Or reptilian.
What happens if I'm
or
what would you do if I was a reptilian?
What would I do if you're a reptilian? I think I would take a deep breath first and I would like obviously emotionally regulate myself because I don't want to be the one that's causing all the violence if there doesn't need to be violence. I've learned so much in the last week, okay? I've been reading books and I've been learning things about myself. So I take a deep breath and then I would think like he's been a reptilian this entire time. What I'd probably just ask you, what's your real form?
Real form?
Yeah.
You might be the only one who's able to see it. So just letting you know for everyone else there at home looking and watching what's about to happen. If you see it, you can. If you can, you can't. You ready?
Okay. My man, the reptilian.
So, I mean, if you saw it, leave it in the comments. If you didn't, talk to someone in the comments who did.
You know what would be funny? Can you put like a reptilian picture?
If you saw it, you saw it. You did. We're doing that. We're just giving a cartoon, like a little childish cartoon. Tyler reveals whether or not he's a reptilian on this episode.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's great.
And then it's just like a clip of me crying.
Find out later if it's real and you're lying on these tears of joy or sadness. Find out on the next episode of Is Tyler a Reptilian?
That's so great.
Behind the scenes, the bloopers. Oh shit.
That's so funny. I just have to pretend much and scene.
What are you pretending?
Pretending like I'm actually crying. I'm tears in my face.
Do it. Get in there. Ready? And action. That's really good. What happened? Grand Rise Queen.
Grand Rise.
Grand Rise Queen.
Only one
Lift your head up. Just rise.
Only one rise.
Just rise.
I'm a crier when I laugh. I'm a laughter crier.
That's good. That's fun.
Laughter crier.
Yeah, squeeze them out happily. What?
Squeeze them out happily.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's so funny.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
We could do the mukbangs. That'd be fun.
Mukbang, we don't got no food made.